yeah, like right now. Boom! Live and direct. The Sugarcane Experience continue with my brother PieroDread. How are you, Piero?
Yes, yes, I'm fine. Thanks. Greetings to all the listeners from Milano, Italy.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I had the sound in the background. Yeah, it's a great honor for me to receive you here this afternoon. I've been
Me too.
discovering you. I have to admit, in the last few months, I've been on your music and that. Probably because of Lion D, Raphael, Jason. Then I linked to PieroDread, and
Yeah. Same
here
family.
we are. Here we are. Yeah, it's a family, so it's a family thing. So we're expanding the family, and which is great because that's our job, carry the truth. So we have to carry ourselves and carry the maximum soul possible with us, with the wave of consciousness, that we're creating. Also, it's gonna affect other people at one point. Like I said, the truth is something you live, so we must come forward and start to bring something. So yeah, so the Sugarcane Experience, my brother, I've been discovering you through that, and your new album also, Interplay, which is the reason why I have you here today, is to talk about your new album, because I've been a while now and on repeat, and I cannot get enough. I can't get enough. I'm telling you, it's such a great.
I'm so glad about that.
It's a great album. I've heard good reggae music in my life. I've been listening to reggae music since the age of 14, 15-year-old, so I've heard a lot of stuff. But your vibe is special. I don't say that because I have you here this afternoon. Honestly, it's a real, because you mix also. I'm gonna give you my feedback of your album, and then after we can extend on it a bit. But what I got listening to it, when I saw the title, Interplay. First of all, when I see an album, I look at the title. Then I look, Interplay. What does it mean by Interplay? There's got to be a meaning inside the album for the title. So then I go listen. And for me, without reading your biography that I put in the description, I was seeing Interplay as a mix of different genres also, because, man, I heard like almost disco, and I was very, very delighted to hear it. It's like a world beat music or disco. Anyway, I was delighted to hear the different genre, but it's all very roots. The bass is very roots, and that's what about it. Anyway, I invite everybody here listening to this to go check out PieroDread, because I'm telling you, you're going to be blown away by the not only the music, but the content of the lyrics. Also, you go deep and very much in few subjects that people usually don't want to hear about, like truth and stuff.
Yeah.
So usually, we're very distracted. So most people do not really question too much stuff, like we said the other day.
Thanks to introduce my new stuff. Yeah, Interplay basically means when I put together the sounds of the different instruments. Yeah, mostly I play lots of parts of keyboards, especially guitar, some bass line, but there's also many other producer and musician, to be exactly 30 musician in the Interplay album. So it was a new experience of my career in the musical things, because I try my best to do the music, especially that I love to hear. Like soul music, reggae music, roots music, and also funk a little bit, but all the genre in around black music, because I love black music, because black music have a real story to telling to the old people. So I think everybody have to know this kind of story, because it's a true story. So that's why I join in, and I love all the black music. Also, I play the guitar, and when I play guitar, I'm so bluesy, some jazzy in my phrase, because that I love it. So what else?
And I'm sure you grow up with reggae music in your ears, just like me, from a young age. So you always had that kind of influence. Bob Marley, you've been playing Bob Marley a lot.
Of course,
In
yeah.
at the beginning, in bars and many bars that I
Yeah.
read.
I
So
start with I start with it.
yeah, that's great. That's great. That's a great. Come on, that's a great start for sure. Yeah, for sure. No, and
And then,
now
and then Bob Marley, I discover all the Jamaican, part of the Jamaican singers, like Dennis Brown, Garnet Silk, and Peter Tosh, and John Holt, uh, you know, Jimmy Cliff. When I start listening to Bob Marley, I discover lots of Jamaican singers that inspire me. And then when became the new roots age, for example, Luciano, Morgan Heritage, I try to catch this vibe because in the reggae music, this kind of music is the one that I really love it.
would you say that when it's time to make collaboration like that with other artists, it's is it something that it's hard to put in place, or is something pretty easy that you guys do with ease and you just contact each other and then because with internet today also the music face have changed a lot, with the way we do music and that, so you don't necessarily need to be in the same physical place to record something. So what's your take on this?
Especially I love do featuring with the artists that I met personally. For
Okay.
example, when I met Anthony B in Italy, it was in 2011, 2012, around this, and in North Africa in that age was the Arabian Spring. uh, is a big revolution, no? I feel this kind of arguments from deep of my heart. So I try to do a song, and I need a bigger reggae artist to get voice louder about these arguments. So when I met Anthony B, I said to him, I've done this song, but I need a special collaboration to spread to the world this argument. So he said, yes, I want to do the song with you. So when he got back to Miami, send me the tracks, and we do a combination together because there's a strong argument to do a song together. So
Yeah.
and also with our other artists, for example, like Mojo Morgan from Morgan Heritage, it was the same thing. We met in the festival and we do the song together. Ascala Selassie, we met in Italy and we do a song together. Lion D is the same. Raphael is the same. All my collaboration born from a real,
Yeah.
speaking about arguments and music.
You got to feel the vibration, I guess, when you do. Music is a mission for you. It's not just something that you do for a living. It's a mission. So we have a mission also, I think, as a reggae soldier, to bring a bit more light to humanity. And I think music has a potential to do that. And that's why I keep pushing reggae music. And I will always do, because that's what woke me up to try to start to remember who I was, to start to remember who I was, because for sure there's something in place in Babylon that's kind of keeping us in low vibration. So, there's got to be for sure a great vibe in between the artists to come together and produce songs, I'm sure. Same like
Yes,
me, same like me. I have people here that I vibe with, that I feel the vibe. When I listen to your music, I felt the real reggae artist. The real reggae artist, the one from the art, and that's the ones I want to see here. Because there is a lot of look. I'm not here to judge anyone or anything, or it's not my job to make sense of their journey. But there's people for sure that are not on the same probably vibe than you and others, and so and me. So we try to stay with the pure, keep the vibes pure, you know, keep the vibes pure, because we have a mission to inspire also. We have a mission to inspire with the music. How do you have come to face this responsibility, you towards humanity, because that's a mission you're having there. It's not just there's a big message in your music, and that can heal people also.
Yeah, to be honest, when I start to play music and I listen into all black music, especially reggae music, I try to catch the real vibes that is got in this kind of music, because in the music there's an important message. And you know, back in the years, music was a kind of to get a real revolution. Now is different, because now is mostly is about image, mostly is about technically, you know. But when I started to play and learn and improve guitar and music, I want to know the real essence of this kind of music. That's it. Is a different. Back in the days, the music it was used to get a real revolution. Like Bob Marley was a real revolutionary, because he sung the music to liberate the people of the slavery. Now is not like this. Now music is done to commercial thing, to get followers on the web, and sometimes the real contact with the people is not real. Often is by web, and it's a bit different. But anybody are guilty about that. But the thing is this. So we have to follow definitely the future, but we have to remember to don't lose the real motivation to do music.
Exact, the motivation and the mission, and that's why also I like to have a reggae artist here on the Tru-Mon show, and that's why, you know, at one point I said, hey, I gotta push. This is my calling. You know, we all know at one point it's to do our part. I recognize what was the part I had to do, and also it's very important for the people. Also, you know, it's good to listen to your music, but it's good to have a human contact with you, talk to you live and direct like this. It's wonderful, and it's not a vibe that is very much there on YouTube. There's not much people doing what I'm doing. So it's every artist, every artist that I bring on, they tell me, oh, that's new, that I've never done that, and that's great. And you know, it's a great format, it's a great way to do things. So yeah.
Because the other side of the thing, a few years ago, it was not possible to do something like this, like interview you in America, I'm in Europe, yeah, live and direct. You know, it was difficult years ago, but now, so we have to use this kind of media to bring the real things in deeper on the heart of the people that will listen.
Exactly, and follow your passion. You know, reggae music is my passion, is what I love. I listen to this. I listen hours and hours per day. So that's for sure. At one point, you know, I felt like I had to do my part, and this is why I do this. Other people also it could inspire people. You know, this is how we spread the vibe. We must spread the good vibe, the love, and to me, reggae music brings everything together. Now, the new album I want to talk to you about also. That's why I have you here. But what's the response in your... because me, I'm in Canada here. What's the response in your country, in Italy, the feedback from it? Like, does it play on the radio, on TV? I know you've been to Voice of Italy.
Yeah. It was a good experience. Well, the response is good. Also, is a bit really soon, because the album is get out in April, so just a few months to get. But the tour was was good. All the places are full of crowd. The people enjoy the music, sing the song on the first line of the crowd. I see them face, enjoy themselves. So yeah, it was great. And it was great also collaborate with the other artist friends, because we have done something like together, bring our forces, and then bring music. I've sung my stuff. Lion D done his. Raphael done his stuff. Jason was the same, and we touring around the most important reggae festival in Europe, like Rotterdam, like Reggae Jam, often in Ruhr Reggae Festival in Germany. We went in Belgium. We went in Prague, Czech Republic, and also France. So we done a kind of 25 gigs, 20 in around the Europe, and just 5 in Italy. But it's like this because our music is most is in English. So the Italian market, Italian reggae music market is a bit small in front of the European market, of course. But so the most important thing for an artist, I think, it spread the message to all the people as possible. So that's why I try to write and sing my song in English, to bring more people as possible.
But that's it. That's what I noticed. There's Italian also on your album. I was delighted to hear that. There's a song, it's so good, le Direzione Ovest.
Yeah, Direzione Ovest. Yeah.
Oh, man, I love it.
The rhythm was produced by Sam Gilly from House of Rhythm, the colleague from Austria. I love the guy because we link up from long time ago. We met first time in 2007 with my experience with Francisca. Francisca Band was my project for more than 10 years, from 22 until 29, around this. So we met in, and we keep the link, and sometimes we work together.
Yeah, because that song, it's a rhythm that I heard also Perfect Gizmani on it. That's one of my favorite songs from Perfect Gizmani is on that rhythm. It's hold on, I forgot the title, but one of my best songs from Perfect is on that rhythm. And that's why I as soon as I heard it, I'm like, hey, that's familiar. That's from Sam Gilly. Yeah.
Sunny mood.
yeah. No, Sam Gilly, House of Rhythm, such a great band. They're doing such amazing work. These guys, big up Sam Gilly and everybody at House of Rhythm. Also, Irie Heights. You've done collaboration with Irie Heights.
Yes, I did.
They're in the link. Also, the promotion, I think, for in collaboration with Sugarcane and that. So,
yes.
There's great people involved around. It's such a huge and big family, the reggae family. You know, once you start opening your heart, like I said the other day, and reaching out to people, you realize we're such good people, and everybody just wants to do their part, bring a bit more love, and you realize that it's so easy getting in touch with you guys. You're so accessible, and for me, I thought never in my life I would be with PieroDread live and direct on the Tru-Mon show. To me, it's living my dream for sure, but that's what I want to encourage people also.
It's my pleasure to join in your channel. Well, the thing is, I started to play in around the European festival in 2003. So it a few years ago right now. I think my mission right now is cross the ocean, because I never been in over the Atlantic Ocean, especially in the United States or Central America, also Canada. I never been there. So I hope one day promoters or some festival can bring me over there, because now is the time to bring my things. In the Europe, I do my job, but across the ocean, I have to start a new experience. So
But
I try to do this. This will be happen soon.
yeah, but you have the link already with Jason that's in California. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Jason
yeah.
is such a great reggae artist. Tremendous respect for this guy. I'm going to have him on the Tru-Mon show soon. We should be together. But yeah, the sugarcane experience, man, it's the new thing around. I hear, Lion D is such a great artist. Raphael, Jason, it's the new thing. That's what I think is taking off a lot. And that's why I'm always behind sharing their stuff and that, because you're four guys, really from the heart, the real reggae artists, the four of you, and I'm very, very, very delighted to be able to have Lion D first, now you, eventually the two others, Jason and Raphael. So it's a pleasure for sure. And now there's another song on that album that you released, Interplay, that really got me. It's the first single you put out. It's called Ain't Got No Easy, I think is the first single. Eh?
It's the first single.
Such a great song.
Yeah, thank you. And it's the last song that I wrote in the album, and also the first in the new studio. This place.
Yeah, because you have a studio also. You're in your house right now, right?
Yeah. I have my studio in the house, so I have completely control of my things, on my stuff. Wow. So when sometimes I record something, but the day after I'm gonna listen in and I don't like, so I will delete, of course, and then get the new one. So I employed around 3 years to record and the Interplay album and fix all the things that I love.
3 years of work to make that album, and oh wow!
Yes, but while I have continued to play with Lion D live, also I have a backing band from different Jamaican singers. So in 2015, we touring around Europe with the Turbulence.
Yeah, you were busy doing things also.
Yeah. Because 3 years, because I need time to concentrate to my stuff. But while we do lots of things together in music. So you're talking about No Easy first single. So I want to play live and direct these songs for.
Come on, I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, cool. All right then. So this one is called Ain't Got No Easy, first single from the PieroDread Interplay album. It goes like this. Hi, can't believe that you're knocking on my door right now. After that, you let me down. Oh, hi, we can't receive your love I was searching for too long, yeah. So long that I cried out. Just let me live my life away from tribulation. That's what I'm saying. I really try to reach my destination. But ain't got no easy. Yes, I would love to go back, but we have to look to the future. Whoa. Spending time to remember memories. Sometimes don't make much sense, no way. That's why I try to live the life day by day. No need to worry, we don't need to stray. Like every man in this world, yes, I will find my own way. Oh yeah, because everybody's for himself. Can you see greed and selfishness? But I don't care about this and that. Sure I know ain't got no easy high. Can't believe that you're knocking on my door. I right now. After that you let me down. Oh hi. We can receive your love I was searching for too long, yeah. So long that I cried out. Just let me live my life away from tribulation. Well, that's what I say. I really try to reach my destination, but ain't got no easy, no high. Original PieroDread, this one is ain't got no easy.
Hey, I'm free. I was singing the time with you. I had to put my mic off or I would have interrupted with your and I don't sing the same as you, so I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I try to improve every day, but I'm more into promotion than singing. Yeah, I love the reggae music. But I sing all day long. You know, every time I listen to your music, guys, I sing my lungs out. My wife's going nuts sometimes. She has to shut me down the basement because I sing too loud. So that's great stuff. The other song that really got me, and it's a rhythm, man. As soon as I heard it, and I challenge anyone here listening to me to go listen to that song and not get catch right away by it. It's Always Online, and it's right at start. The beat, the rhythm gets you, and then you come with the sweet voice and being. And I don't know, in that song, le refrain, the place where you repeat the stuff, I don't know, the chorus, I think it's called in English. It's done. It's not you directly. It's voice behind, but like the arrangement that you done is amazing. Wow. Amazing.
This song especially is a special song because I'm talking about to all the people who wasting time online, because the internet is a great thing, but we have to learn how to use correct internet to get better. In fact, our life, we have to use internet to learn new things that properly can get it better. That is the central argument of this song. So I'm talking about this kind of things, and this one is called Always Online. Braga ding dang day. Say always online, and every day it seems the same. They wasting time, and there's no time to wait. Always online, and every day it seems the same. They wasting time. Yeah, it's in the middle of the night. Move around their heads a gangster. But then the sister dollar try the monster. Them are still a searching but don't find the answer. Them are still a searching but don't find the answer. It's in the circle of the life, so beware. Well, doesn't matter cause they know taking care. With the time running out, there's no limit. We just waiting for growing up the criminals, still living in a lie. And the skin of digital, they lost like in the vice. Call intelligence and everyone them take a slice. But the youths them be wise, yeah. Always online, and every day it's not the same. They wasting time, and there's no time to wait. Always online, and every day it's not the same. They wasting time, yeah. Smell out life and no joke. Stepping wise like a lizard. Spending time to grow old. Know that I'll never stop to consider. Yeah, growing up, water door. Surrounded of insecure. I see them fight for control. Them fight for control. Control. Every time. Always online. And every day it's not the same. They wasting time. And there's no time to wait. Always online. And every day it's not the same. They wasting time. Yeah.
Wow. 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 Dream come true for me. So, whoa, I'm on shock here this afternoon. I'm very, very, look at me. Every time I tell you, bro, every time I do those shows, I keep it real. Like I said, I'm prepared, but I'm not too prepared because it's the spontaneity of the moment is very important in everything. You know, we don't want to have nothing scripted, like I told you. It's very important to stay spontaneous. And
I think the same.
yeah, and spontaneity also, that's something you artists should have a lot. And if I ask you a question, like if I ask you to give me like 3 songs and all your songs that you can take at any, because sometimes we will ask you to perform songs, but because they're old songs, you don't always remember the lyrics and stuff. Like you have to go listen to it to recatch the stuff. But is there something like 2, 3 songs that you can play at any time, anywhere?
Yeah, but you can ask me whatever you want because I have all things in my mind.
Okay, so you have no problem. Okay.
No. Especially for the one from the new album. Well, some from the old things, I have some problem, but
okay.
from the new album,
that's it. From the new album, it's always actual, so you're on it.
I'm on tour, so I know all the lyrics.
But like I said on the album, also there's a different vibe. You go from almost disco in there. I heard some disco or some world beats, and it's very good. Rolling down, very good song. What's the inspiration behind it? How did that song happen? And
it's another special song because when I used to live in London a few years ago, it happened that I went in the street in the night, so I lost the last coach, the last bus to go back home for half seconds, and then I tried to call the taxi, and the taxi didn't came. So I decided to move on foot, and in the trip, in the journey, I think about this song, and it's called "Rolling Down," and is a featuring with a sister from London. She's called Gemstone. She's a really good singer that I met when I used to live there. So we lots of years ago, because this song I wrote, a long time ago, but it was didn't release. Sometimes I catch some old vibes and get new arrangements and put it in the new release. So I didn't release it before songs like this, like a funk style. The rhythm is different than roots reggae music, but I love it. So interplay is also this.
That's it.
Different kind of music.
You know what, Piero? There's magic in the world for the ones who are willing to see it. There is magic, and that's what you do with your music. Also, it's a magic, the interplay between the vocals and the instrument. I think that's what you describe also.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, because that means that my work arrived straight to the heart of the
straight to my heart.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Straight to my heart. There's magic, man, all around. Our life is magical. We are magicians, but we don't. We should practice white magic, not black magic. Most of us practice black magic in real life. So by doing all kinds of stuff for the evil people, so doing their rituals for them. So it's up to us to step into the white magic stuff, and our life is magical. It can be magic. And if you start also with music, come on. If you start mixing the vocals and the instrument, is just Me, it transport me. What did I write here? Music is your trip. Music heals. Music speak of love. Music is motivation. Music is inspiration. Music is life. Music makes me smile. Music relieve my stress. Takes your mind to a higher level, a higher vibration, and it can change the world.
And also about Interplay album, I want to tell you a thing. When I got a master in February, I tried to found a distributor worldwide for the album, and lots of my links refuse my release, my album. So we tried to put in the forcings together with Bizarre Records. They helped me a lot to do things like backing vocalist, the Living Harmonies, who done the backing vocalist from Lion D Show, and record all the backing vocalists and all the backing vocals in my album. And at the time, I was, like lost, because I have to do all things with my hands, with my force. And but one day, I watched the phone, and a label from Milan called me and said, "Yeah, I listening to your templates, so we have to meet it around tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, because I really interested in your things, and we want to release your album. So we have to meet to discuss the condition." So I said, "Yeah, great." One day, because it was, when everything it seems like lost. I was thinking to pay also the print of my album, and I contacted the printer companies, and I call again back and said, "No, I'm not interested, because I found somebody who can print."
Yeah.
It's a magic thing. Magic things, when the conspiration of the world, we have to follow this kind of thing, because magic things is around the corner. We have to strongly believe.
And when it comes to marketing, it's harder these days. And this is what I was thinking about the other day. Like, in my younger days, there was no internet. There was no music accessible via internet. We had to buy everything on tapes. I was listening to cassette tapes. Probably you too. You're around the same age. So you were in that time where there was no internet. You had to buy the music to listen to it. Today, how's your impression on this? That it's almost everything is accessible on YouTube or stuff like that. You don't even have to pay for music to listen to the music. And there's platform like Spotify and all that, more and more, that you pay, okay, $10 a month, but it's not much. Like the artist, you have to have several plays to get something from it. So how do you market? How's the marketing process happen, especially in your case?
About that, we're living in a turbulent time, because especially in last 10 years, the law about the rights, copyrights, and gain about artists was completely confusion. But we have to keep strong, because music is not about money. Yeah, money is necessary to produce, but especially I worked a life to have my own studio, to be independent. So I think this one is the important thing. When I started to play music, I went to lots of studio to learn and improve how the other producer working, and try to look to them, to catch the secrets, but when it went the time to to set up my own studio, I was thinking, well, I'm okay for the rest of the life, and I can be music to the infinity.
Yeah, because that's what I see behind you. You have all your kit there. It's a lifetime commitment also to build that studio. It's not something that happened overnight for you. I'm sure it's a dream. Come on, to do your thing. So now you are in the dream, and also in the dream of life, not the dream of hell. It's important to cultivate the dream of life. Cultivate the dream of life, not the dream of hell, and be a robot and not having a living soul. Now you're really I'm sure you feel alive like never before, and I'm sure, like me, it took me a bit of a tragedy to come in with me to wake up my conscience. But at what age did you really make a leap in your consciousness to become conscious of who you were? Because we're all put under programming. We're all put under programming in Babylon, and to emancipate ourselves from that mental slavery, it takes work on ourselves. So for me, it happened later in my life. Yeah, I had a glimpse of it listening to Bob Marley. But at 40 years old, I had a tragedy coming to put me on my butt. And I had to wake up. I had to look at life differently. So where did that happen to you? Because it's either you do it by free will or a tragedy coming at you. So what happened to you in your life to suddenly bring forth your self-realization? And like Jason says in one of his songs, he says, you discover your gift, then you bring it into the world, and you have made the shift. When that shift happened for you?
I think is a good time right now in my life, because when the album is coming, something like stress go out. And then when I think about my mentor, inspirator, like for example, of course, Bob Marley, and also James Brown, or Jimi Hendrix. I strongly think that when they play music, it's not just play music, but music is true, a real motivation forward, extra to the music. The music is the way to explain a further motivation. So some people became great because strongly believe in that. Because if you think to do music just to do it, is not the people can catch it, the real essence of your things. I strongly believe that. So I working also in my soul to discover new things, and also I have my beautiful family. I have two kids, and then I try to get the inspiration for when I write songs. I try to describe the normal situation that happen in all parts of the world, because I live in Milan, but my story can be good for Australian guys, for example, for the Chinese guys, whatever. So that's it. Especially in a globalization age, we are the same. Everybody have smartphone right now, but we have to remember that some African countries no have water to drink, no have food to eat, no have shelter. So we have to balance this kind of
I was gonna bring you onto that subject to find balance, because it's a very insane world, and we want to spread love and good vibration in a very insane world. And sometimes, focusing on the madness instead of the greatness is not really what can bring us outside of this chaos. There's like an overlay. It's called the system. And if you look behind that overlay or under the overlay or whatever, lift the curtain of illusion, you're going to realize a lot of stuff. And this is what I think also keeps us very much distracted once we start lifting the veil of illusion and looking into this, we give energy to the same thing, you know, that keeps us prisoners in the first place. So we have to be careful, I think, with conspiracies and stuff like that in the insane world. What's going on in Babylon? You know, it's very important that you have something to do here. We must design a life of greatness, and only us can do it.
Babylon is every inaction.
Yeah.
we have to stay, like, you know, look around and stay far from, because, for example, there's a problem, a real problem right now in Europe, because all the immigration action passing through the Italy. So the country who run from the war, from Africa, from Syria, from Iraq, passing through the North Africa, and the first country that they met is Italy. So Sicily have to you know, taking care for the first aid these people that run from war. And this is a hot argument right now in especially in Italy, but in the whole Europe. So I have a new single that will out in 11 of September. Who talk about this kind of situation, and I made a video clip. So you have to stay tuned with my brand new stuff, because in that song I try to give my little contribute to open the eyes of the people, and don't believe in everything that they read in the media press or watch in the TV, because sometimes the government try to move the balance of the real things. So we have to stay really, really, you know, taking care and watch over.
Like my son said the other day, my son, 10-year-old, told me, he said, Daddy, he said, Babylon, it's like a puzzle. He said, you have to put pieces together to see what's going on. 10-year-old.
Yeah.
10-year-old, because I bring him with me outside to make video and I talk about all kinds of stuff. But I don't focus on madness so much, because it's all illusion. To me, it's a big illusion. The whole thing, the lies and deception are everywhere. If we can talk about it, Piero, day and night here for the next 2 days, we would not be finished about how much suffering there is here and everything. So it's important. Me, I say question everything, because there is a lot of lies, lots of deception. So you don't want to be caught up in it, and you want to also recognize how powerful you are. And this is what we have forget, I think, as humanity, the power that we have to change things, to change ourselves, first of all, change our ways, change the evil ways and bring back more righteous ways. And you have a song like this, it's called Righteous Way, I think, too, eh?
Yeah. Some people talking about the righteous way. Some of them are get up and leave, but they don't care. Pushing themselves, try to go further. Why preachers are joking in this serious time. Yeah, I love that verse. I really love that verse.
It's something that got me right away. I said, hey, what's that? So I've been listening to your album in the loop. For sure. I've been it's a great album. Now, what's your next project coming? Because I'm sure, listen, once you start something, okay, it's done, the album is out, but I'm sure you're not like, okay, I have attained where I wanted to go. It's always going further, man. Moving forward is the aim. So what's your project to come now?
Yeah, but now I have to concentrate to a winter tour, because I want to bring my music also in the club. We done festival in the summertime, but also club. I want to do this, but also I have a different side project, because, for example, I work in also a part of PieroDread myself. I used to work as a producer for different collecting societies. who get music, for example, in the TV or in a jingle or in a commercial center. So different. It's not really reggae, but different music. So I have to concentrate also my forces to do something like this, because this kind of business bring more money than do album.
Yeah, yeah, for
So
sure. You have to do shows, and that's how you bring money to the mill by uh, by doing
necessary,
shows.
it's necessary to sustain also the studio and
Yeah,
all things.
yeah. Come on, it's Babylon. It's
Yeah,
Babylon for everybody. We're all bro. Me, you know what I say? Don't freak out, because we're all compromised, deeply compromised in the system. So to judge each other on our ways to go back home is completely nonsense. The way you take to go back home is your way, and I respect it a lot, and that's why we come together. But to say that my ways are better than others or your way, come on, we all take each our way, and at least we're all going back home with love and more better vibe. Anyway, all the hate and the grudge and all this, the illusion, and it's all come from, it doesn't come from us good-hearted people. So I'm not worried that one day things will change, because we have more good-hearted people than evil people.
yeah. But to come back to PieroDread, the artist, I was thinking to do a few songs just in acoustic. I want to do in the future. I was thinking to do in the future a new album, or just a few songs, or AP kind of, with a simple guitar acoustic, and you know, um, uh, minimal instruments, because in the album I've done in past, there's a lot of instruments. There's brass, there's backing vocals, there's lots of things, arch, but
How do you mix all this with the thing behind you? Explain me fast. How do you start to make a song? What's the process? What do you start first? The lyrics, the guitar, the drum, the
so two important thing: melody and arguments. When the melody is strong, uh, it is good to write down a new argument. But sometimes, and also the opposite, when the argument is strong, I think it's good to find the right melody to do voice of this. Sometimes I use guitar, sometimes I use piano. For example, when I wrote Ain't Got No Easy, I was here in the studio, and in my mind it jumped like na 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 na. Okay, this one is the right melody. I have to write down a song like this. So there's not a special way, but I think these two ways are for me are the best to do
okay.
music.
Me, I'm not a musician. I don't know too much in music. I love music, that's for sure. But I don't know too much. So when you say write the song, like you have the melody in your head, then you go on your keyboard, you try to make it come to life some way with some notes. But do you write the music with the music notes now on the paper and everything, or is that still done this way?
Yeah, lyrics on the paper. Yeah, when I basically I have to catch one argument in particular, and then the words became fluently
It
in
just, that's it.
yeah.
It flows.
the,
Yeah.
yeah, the flow. Yeah, the most important thing is find a central argument to describe. Well, sometimes I've done a few songs that I just write down just a one verse and then leave there, because there's no other idea to complete the songs. It happens sometimes. but nothing waste because I live there. Well, some months later, I can reprise and modify some things, and anything
Yeah.
wasted.
And now, with all that equipment behind you, you must be in demand. Also, people that you know must be other artists must be asking you to help them. I guess it's for sure happening. You needed help at one point. I'm sure you're giving help also to other artists with this studio that you
Yeah,
have.
as a producer, I try to produce the different reggae bands from the area, from Milan, Italy. Uh, uh, but just as a producer, not. Yeah, sometimes I play some guitar or just some phrase as keyboard, but band's project became in the studio and said to me, okay, we want to do our songs, and I say yes, okay, but just in case you think you have some idea, tell to us, because we can discuss to do it better. Yes, like
Yeah.
every producer do in
Yeah.
work.
Now, when it comes to touring, okay, because tour life is amazing. That's what you want to have the most. Getting on
especially
stage.
especially in the summer times, I catch a kind of 15 flights in around a month and a half. Yeah, but it is a blessing thing.
But what I want to know is that with the tour life, let me for sure. Listen, that's what I want to go across the earth. That's the dream. That's the dream that I'm cultivating is traveling the world for sure. But once you get onto that kind of rhythm, also it's very exciting and it's like a big thing. Do you bring your family with you when you go touring? Like in
No, just a couple of times they went to me when I went in Spain or in London to get a promotion for the first album, Real Vibes. But the rhythm of the tour is not for family.
okay,
It's hard. It's hard for musician and is not good for family, except for a couple of things when I play around the area. Okay, they can calm it, but. Uh, is not for family to tour life.
okay,
I try to, for example, I stopped to smoke the joints, the weed, marijuana from. I didn't smoke from 3 years ago. Uh, Also, do not too much drink because they can get me tired. And when you have in a tour life, you have to get up early in the morning, catch the fly, went to the venue, concentrate to the show. I think this kind of things uh, make me, wrong. Is slow me, slow. It gets slow my mind. So I want to slow my mind. I have to concentrate on my things when I went to do my job. I have to my mind have to be clear and concentrate for the reason I have to do in that time.
yeah, yeah, I like that. I like that. Very inspiring what you said there. And it's true because, focus is a must, and this is what is easy to lose the focus. Though we must cultivate our focus. And, like you said, you have to get up early. I'm sure it's very, very demanding to tour, especially like I see artists constantly on tour. They're probably. At one point also when you're single it's easier to tour all year long. Like I mean at one point you want to take a break also with your family and like I'm sure it's to find the balance because you have a wife and two children, so it's to
Yeah,
find the balance between the music, which is your mission, your dream and all that,
ex-
and the family life because
exactly.
to them you're daddy, you're not PieroDread, you're daddy. So
Yeah, yeah.
daddy has to be present. They have to have a father figure in their life.
I
So
know.
how do you manage all this?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, sometimes in the middle of the week, I can stay at home, basically. because the gigs are special in the weekend. So on Friday or Saturday, on Sunday, but on Monday I can go back home and stay with the family until Thursday or Friday. It depends from the shows, but I have, especially in the morning, I can stay with them
But that's
and
it. And also the fact that you have your studio at home, that's the way you design to be with your family more and pass more time with them. You don't have to
yeah,
travel to go to the studio, stay there all day. You're home.
it's a
So
compromise.
that's
Life
it.
is a compromise.
So I
That's it.
find that great.
Also, my wife is she's an artist. She's a paintress, and
She's a
you can
painter.
check it. Yeah,
Paintress.
painters. Yeah, she does wall street artist.
Ah,
Yeah, you can check the website is missnais.com, and so they can understand my passion, basically because she's an artist as well, so she can
that's good.
understand what I felt when I went to do my music, and the same me for her, because when she go to do her hearts, I have to understand that is very important things for her heart, and is um, uh, everybody have to understand uh, the
And
other person
like
outside to control the balance of the family.
Like I said, it's to create a living soul while we're here. So if you have a wife that is creating a living soul and living the dream and know what it is to be in touch with something great, like a dream and something to work, like she has something to work on every day when she gets up. Plus, she's not wandering lost. So it's very inspiring also. And then you give strength to each other, and it's a great you can grow very strong from that, because sometimes what happens in couple also we meet each other early, and sometimes during as it goes on, one's awake a little bit more than the others, or sometimes it becomes incompatible often in many couples. So it's a great thing that you meet on the same level. She has a dream, you have a dream, and you're both working hard.
Yeah, just one sec. Dalia, sto facendo un'intervista, papà. Scusami un secondo, non mi disturbare. Tra poco ho finito. Yeah, it's my daughter.
I understood pretty much what you said. French is not far from Italian, so I sometime in your song I understand what you say. Like right there, I understood what you said. I
It's
cannot.
similar.
Yeah. Do you speak French also, Piero?
Un petit peu.
Ah, tu parles français.
Un petit
Ah,
peu. Parce que j'ai étudié à l'école, à l'école, but il y a, sometimes I'm gonna mix.
ça fait longtemps. Ça fait longtemps.
Yeah. Well,
Ben
but
c'est bien.
it's too long time that I didn't speak French, so I have not French fluently like it.
Anyway, thank you very much, Piero. Like I said, I don't want to do it more than an hour. It's been an hour.
Thank you to give me the space.
Oh yeah, we will do it again. We will do it
Yeah.
again in a few months down the line. I'll contact you and we'll do it again, because I have more questions for you. I had 3 pages of stuff, but
Okay.
we gonna have to get together again.
All right then.
Isn't it sad? No, it's not.
All the best for you, for your
Yeah.
program, and for your
Thanks.
follower, and to spread the music.
Yeah,
All right,
we do that. We do that for the benefit of us all.
Okay. Bye.
See ya, Piero. Thank you very much.